The Kansas City Chiefs locker room was filled with an unmistakable energy as the team prepared for the AFC Championship game. Excitement, determination, and a strong sense of camaraderie hung in the air. But amidst the anticipation, one moment stood out: a heartfelt tribute from the players to their teammate and leader, Travis Kelce. It was a gesture of gratitude and admiration, a recognition of the man who had become the heart and soul of the Chiefs. As the team huddled together in their practice facility, Patrick Mahomes stepped forward, holding a football in his hands. The quarterback, known for his calm demeanor, had a glimmer of emotion in his eyes. He looked around at his teammates before speaking, his voice steady but filled with meaning. "Before we get back to work," he began, "I think it's time we talk about someone who's done more for this team than words can describe. Travis Kelce." The room erupted in cheers and applause, with players pounding their fists on the lockers and shouting Kelce's name. Kelce, standing off to the side, laughed and waved his hand dismissively, trying to deflect the attention. But Mahomes wasn't having it. No, don't even try to downplay it, Trav," he said with a grin. "You're the guy who makes this team better in every way." What followed was a spontaneous and heartfelt outpouring of gratitude from the team. Mahomes started by talking about Kelce's impact on the field. "The way you run routes, the way you find space, the way you make impossible catches look easy, it's unreal. Man, you make my job so much easier, and I can't thank you enough for that." The quarterback's words drew nods and murmurs of agreement from the rest of the team. Next, it was Chris Jones, the defensive anchor, who stepped up. "I know I'm on the other side of the ball," he said, "but even I can't help but admire what you do out there. Watching you dominate is inspiring, Trav. And off the field, you're the guy who keeps us laughing, who keeps us loose. You're the guy everyone wants to be around." The tributes kept coming. Veteran players spoke about how Kelce's leadership had shaped the team's culture, while younger players shared stories of how he had taken them under his wing. Rookie wide receiver Rashee Rice stood up, his voice a little shaky but full of sincerity. "When I first got here, I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. But you made me feel welcome from day one. You told me to just be myself and trust the process. That meant a lot to me." As the players shared their stories, it became clear that Kelce's influence went far beyond his performance on the field. He was the guy who stayed late after practice to help a teammate perfect a route, the guy who cracked jokes in the huddle to ease the tension, the guy who showed up for charity events and community outreach programs without being asked. He was more than a player, he was a friend, a mentor, and a leader. Even head coach Andy Reid joined in, his usual stoic demeanor softening as he addressed Kelce. "Travis, I've coached a lot of great players in my time, but you're one of a kind. Your talent is obvious, but it's your heart that sets you apart. You care about this team, about the city, about the game. And that's what makes you special." Kelce, for his part, was visibly moved. He rubbed the back of his neck, a sheepish smile on his face, as his teammates showered him with praise. "Come on, guys," he said, his voice tinged with emotion. "I'm just doing my job, same as all of you." But his teammates weren't done yet. Linebacker Nick Bolton stepped forward, holding a small, hand-painted football. "We all pitched in and got this for you," he said, handing the ball to Kelce. On it were the words, "Everyone's favorite," along with signatures and personal messages from each player. Kelce turned the ball over in his hands, his smile widening as he read the inscriptions. "Man, this is incredible," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "I don't even know what to say. You guys mean everything to me. This team, this locker room, it's my family. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world." The tribute ended with a group huddle, everyone throwing their arms around each other as they shouted in unison, "Chiefs." The moment was a powerful reminder of what makes football special, not just the game itself, but the bonds it creates. For the Chiefs, those bonds were personified in Travis Kelce. As the team broke the huddle and returned to practice, the mood was lighter, the energy higher. Kelce, still holding the painted football, walked back to his spot with a renewed sense of purpose. The tribute wasn't about inflating his ego, it was about recognizing the impact he had made and the legacy he was building. The Chiefs' road to the AFC Championship had been filled with challenges, but moments like this reminded everyone why they played the game. It wasn't just about wins and losses. It was about the relationships, the shared sacrifices, and the joy of working toward a common goal. For Travis Kelce, the heartfelt tribute was a humbling experience. He had always tried to lead by example, to be the kind of teammate who lifts others up. Hearing his teammates express their gratitude was a moment he would never forget. It was a reminder that his impact went far beyond touchdowns and yards. It was about the people whose lives he had touched. As the AFC Championship game approached, the Chiefs were more than ready. They were a team united, fueled by their shared respect and admiration for one another. And at the heart of it all was Travis Kelce, everyone's favorite, leading the way with his trademark blend of skill, heart, and unshakable optimism.